Hello, my loves, and welcome to this week's episode of I Think I Need Therapy. I want you all right now to just stop whatever you're doing. Put down whatever in your hands. If you're driving, continue, obviously, but wherever you are, just take a moment to pause and notice your surroundings. Take in everything you see. What are the sounds that you hear? Can you feel your feet on the floor? Can you feel the points of contact that maybe your clothes have with your skin or your hair has with your skin? Can you feel the warmth of the inhale through your nostrils? Can you taste anything? Are there any smells? Now I want you to inhale through your nose and exhale, release through your mouth. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel your jaw unclench. And then take another inhale. And exhale, release. Feel your chest release. Feel your muscles relax down. And take one last inhale with me. And exhale, release. I just wanted to do that to bring you all into the present moment here with me. It's just a quick little meditation that I've learned through doing meditations myself, doing yoga myself. I think mindfulness is a super powerful thing, so use this whenever you need to. And this podcast episode today, I want you all to use as you need, as you wish, whenever you want to, whenever you need it. I'm going to be going over some little reminders that maybe you might be needing today. I know there's some reminders that I needed this week, so I wanted to share them with you all as I just saw these quotes throughout my week, and I got most of these little messages from this book that I have by Charlotte Freeman. It's called Everything You'll Ever Need You Can Find Within Yourself. And then some other quotes that I got in this episode are just from online or ones that I've heard before. The first one I have for you all today is called The Little Things. Maybe the little things that you consider your weaknesses are actually the things that people treasure the most about you. Maybe you hate that you care too much, or that you wear your heart on your sleeve. But some people think that's the best damn thing about you. We all have different little things that make up who we are. We don't need to change those things, but we can choose who we share them with. After reading that one, I kind of just thought about how much our weaknesses and things that we ourselves perceive as our faults or our insecurities oftentimes come from other people placing those upon us. For example, someone in your past saying that you have a large forehead or a big nose, or someone from your childhood saying that you talk so funny or your laugh is so irritating, or maybe people making comments about you being horrible at sports or playing an instrument or something, or laughing or mocking you for something. Those things stick with us and become our perceived reality and our own beliefs about ourselves. And for me, with stuff like this, I internalize it so much that I believe that everyone in my life will see me this way and perceive me this way and perceive these things about me as bad and as faults. But I think with this quote and with this reminder, it's to remember that people will come into your life and see those faults as your power, as your beauty and will love you for those things. Everyone has different perceptions and everyone sees things differently. So I think remembering that what you see as a weakness and what you see as your fault can really be your beauty and be your unique individuality that is so beautiful and so lovable. And anyone who cannot see that is someone who does not deserve to be in your life, because there are people out there who will see that and see those things as lovable and see those things as beautiful, and those are the people who deserve to be in your life. This next reminder is called pause. Sometimes you need to have a break from the things that are stealing your sunshine. It's okay to put yourself first. You are the most important thing in your life. Period. You are the only person that you will have to spend 24/7 with for the rest of your life. Everyone else will come and go. So why would you put anyone else before you? Why would you make someone else more important than yourself? Make decisions for you. Make life decisions, any decisions for yourself and that are in your best interest. Because you're the one who's going to have to live with that decision. You are the one who has to live with every single decision and every single choice that you make. So make them for you and that are going to make you happy and be in your best interest. I know people make it out to be a bad thing to be selfish and that you're an awful person if you're selfish. And to an extent, yes. But being selfish at appropriate times is actually the best thing you can do. Be selfish. Make decisions for you. Sure, maybe make some that are a little bit selfless, but the most important ones you need to do for yourself. That actually leads into the next one, that is, the only way forward is you. Sometimes the only way forward is to say goodbye. Sometimes the only way forward is to choose yourself. We can hold ourselves back a lot by holding on to things and holding on to people and not making these choices for ourselves and not letting go of things in our life or beliefs and not letting go of these perceptions and ideas. Let go. If it's not in your current world and if it's not something that interests you or is serving you, let it go. Say goodbye and accept change into your life. Change is probably the most beautiful thing that we are blessed with. It can be the scariest thing, but it is definitely one of the best things for us because constant change is inevitable. But it allows us to let go of the things that aren't serving us and make room for more that will serve us and that will provide us with better and more love and more joy and more peace. Say goodbye to things so you can say hello to better things in your life. I believe that once we let go of something, it makes room for more to come. And I believe that the more that you let go of and the more that you release from your energy allows for more to come in, and you can decide what does come in. And that's something I personally forget a lot, is that I can make the decision of this actually I accept into my life and I accept into my energy. If I don't want that in my energy, if I don't want this in my life, I don't have to allow it. I can make that decision for myself that it does not enter my energy, that it does not enter my space, that it does not enter my life. I can make that decision. And maybe that's a decision that isn't in the best interest of another person. But if it's in the best interest of me, that is what matters the most. And so I can make that choice for me time and time again. And for me to be in the best mental state and have the most peace in my life, making those decisions and saying no to certain things is probably the best thing we can do for ourselves. Another reminder with this is to don't trust how you look at yourself when you're feeling down. You are beautiful and you are strong. Don't let a moment of weakness change that. This one goes back to the first one about our perceived weaknesses and our perceived faults. And this quote honestly really hit home because I think that when we are in a moment of sadness and in maybe a low point of our day and of our month or our life, even when we go through these downs, we can get really stuck. And you can get stuck in that moment and stuck in the belief that everything is awful, or you are so unlovable, or that you're so weak, and all these bad things about yourself can just come flooding in, especially in these low places, in these low headspaces. And so when we get into that headspace, I think it's so important to remind yourself that you are actually very strong. You are actually very beautiful. And the way that you're perceiving yourself in that moment of time is not true and it's not a reality. Your lenses are being fogged and your perception is being blocked from the true reality. It is being blurred to see your life in one way, in this very negative way that belittles you. So when you're in that moment, taking a step back and remembering and realizing that, okay, this is a false reality. This is a false perception that I'm seeing myself from, can be a comfort. And yes, feel those low emotions, go through that time, but be there to comfort yourself and remind yourself that that is not forever and that is not a reality that you are perceiving, and that you do not have to believe all of the thoughts that your brain puts into your head. You don't have to believe them all because majority of them aren't even true. So remember that you are still strong and you are still beautiful no matter what your head is telling you and when it is telling it to you. That is a fact, even in all moments of your life. And this last reminder from the book is called As It Should Be. It goes, wait for happiness. I promise it exists. It might not feel like it right now, but one day you'll wake up and everything will feel right. You'll become content with who you are and where you are going. Life will make sense. You'll still have good days and bad days, but it's okay because you'll know everything is as it should be. This goes back to that idea that sometimes when we're in those low moments, in those ruts, we get stuck in it. And it feels like happiness will never come. And it feels like those good moments won't come again. And this is what will stay forever. But holding on to that belief and that hope that happiness still does exist. Love still does exist. It is within you. It may not be present and it may not be prominent at that time, but it is still there and it still exists and it is still real. Hold on to the belief that everything will always turn out as it should be. Everything will always go according to plan, and everything will always turn out fine. There will be good days, there will be bad days, there will be highs, there will be lows constantly. Like I said, change is constant, but hold on to belief that happiness is still alive and happiness is always within you. Everything will make sense at one point. I think you need to just give yourself credit. Give yourself the comfort, give yourself the grace, and give yourself the credit for getting yourself through every single moment that you've gone through, every hardship that you've gone through. Give yourself credit for that and look back and realize how far you have come and that you've come to this point in your life. You've gotten through those times and you can get through them again. You can and you will. Here is your reminder that things are allowed to be good and get even better. Here's your reminder that you still haven't met all the people who love you. Here's your reminder to treat yourself like someone you love. Here's your reminder to give yourself credit for getting through all the hard moments. Here's your reminder that you can't change the past, but you can change the story that you tell yourself about it. Here is your reminder that you are so, so loved. I love you all so, so much. And I want you to use this episode however you need it, whenever you need it. Reflect on these reminders, reflect on these quotes, and give yourself the grace that you need today. Give yourself the love that you need today. You can even use some of these in your journal prompts, just seeing the way that they affect you, seeing what emotions they bring up, what thoughts they bring up, anything that arises, or if one really resonates with you or if one doesn't. Write that down, jot that down, and reflect on different reminders that I brought up today and what maybe you are really needing in your life, or what you are really feeling or believing about yourself, and maybe where that belief came from. Just reflect on that a bit within this week, and I think that could really help relieve some of the things and also bring into your life more space for what you are really needing. I hope you all have a very amazing week, and I will talk to you again next Tuesday. Okay, bye guys. Bum ba ba, bum ba bum 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 ba. Yeah, bye 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 bye.